is Tiffany, and this is my channel, Who's Your Handmade? Thank you so much for stopping by today. Today is my third episode of Friday Sews. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. First of all, thank you so much to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting #FridaySews and for sharing it with us all so that we can sit here and have a really awesome Friday Sews chat with you lovely people. Thank you so much, Jen, for sharing that with us. Also, thank you to every person that has liked my channel and subscribed. And for the comments, oh my goodness, the lovely comments. Thank you so much. Thank you guys, seriously, for just welcoming me with opening arms and chatting with me. And it's been amazing. I cannot tell you how amazing it's been. Just to have sewing chats and to read your lovely comments. It makes me I feel so blessed. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and introduce yourself if you haven't thus far, and let's just chat. Let's be friends, you guys. So I am, as you can see, back in my sewing room again. It feels good. I'm not going to stay here very long, which I'll talk about in the life portion of this Friday Sews, but it just, I have this feeling when I walk into my sewing room that just gives me, I just have an ah moment. I'm surrounded by all my lovely sewing things and my fabric and my patterns, and this is my happy place. I need a sign. I need a sign that says this is my happy place. So I did go camping over the weekend. If you've watched my last Friday Sews, you know that I was out in the wilderness and I have returned home for a few days before we jet set off again. So I don't have a ton of sewing content to share with you today, but I wanted to show you guys what I do during our camping trips or during vacations for a little bit of sewing that I need to scratch that sewing itch. So what do I do? What do I take with me? So recently I have been doing cross stitching, and that is what I took with me this time on this camping trip. And I had shown this project. It is done. I finished it on this camping trip. So Happy by Lori Holt. I'll put a picture of the pattern up there. Amazing pattern. Excellent. Really, it's excellent. Excellent pattern to start out with on cross stitching. So easy, so enjoyable, so fun. It really is. So awesome. But you guys, did you see the wrinkles, the rings that my hoop has left? I'm very new to cross stitch, so if you know, or if you know a great video that I could watch, leave a suggestion down below and tell me how to get rid of those rings. I didn't want to just set my iron on this cross stitch and ruin it. So before I mount it and frame it, I wanted to figure out how to get those wrinkles out. So if you have any suggestions, let me know below. So the next thing that I took with me to work on, because I knew I was going to finish that. I was very close to finishing it at the beginning of my camping trip. So I took another project with me, and this one is very fitting for my camping trip. It is the Happy Camper, again by Lori Holt, for It's So Emma Stitchery. These are amazing patterns, and I got this much accomplished. The little camper there is coming together. So cute. It's so darling. Again, super enjoyable, super fun. They're like no-brainers, really. I mean, you have to follow your pattern, and I'll show you what the pattern looks like inside. So they give you a guide, but it's so relaxing. If you do not if you've never done cross stitch before and you've kind of thought about it, I would highly suggest starting with a Lori Holt pattern. So easy. So I have a little tote of cross stitch patterns that I knew I had floating around. I had a couple Christmases back, Mom had wanted to know what to get me for Christmas, and I had found those cute little Lori Holt patterns, and I told her, you know, just pick me up a few. Well, my mother spoiled me, and she picked me up more than a few. And really, I honestly, until opening that box, did not know what all Mom had actually got me. Sorry, Mom. So I dug into that box, and it was like Christmas Day all over again. I'll show you what she had given me for that Christmas. This darling Happy Farm Girl, super cute. A little bit of glare on there, sorry guys. This one is super cute. The sewing machine. She believed she could, so she did. So cute. And then the quilter's cottage with the little quilts down there at the bottom. And this one is so cute because it looks like it has a little sampler, the little sampler letters in the middle of it, which is so retro and cute. Also, Mom didn't stop there. She totally spoiled me, and she gave me the Aida cloth that I needed, the Lori Holt Aida cloth, 14 count for each of my projects. And she even gave me the kit with all the DMC floss that I needed. Thank you, Mom. She has set me up for a long time with my cross stitch patterns. Now guys, these are still being sold today. I looked them up on Fat Quarter Shop, and I'm gonna link the Fat Quarter Shop down below. And you can still buy all of these patterns, and they even come in PDF format. So if you didn't really want this big pattern and you just wanted to pull it up on your iPad, PDF format is a really cool option. So she gave me all of those, and I have all of those to look forward to. And I will continue to work on my little camper. So as I said, I did not get any sewing done last weekend because I was camping. So I thought I would take a few minutes to show you a couple of my August makes that I had not been able to share with you thus far. So the first one is still kind of cross stitch related, sort of. I'm using it in a cross stitch format. I needed a bag to carry my cross stitch pattern and my cross stitch paraphernalia in. If you will. I need it, you know, you've got your little scissors, you've got your the little cards. Let me show you what you guys know what these look like. These little cards that your floss winds onto. So you have all those accessories that you have when you're cross stitching. So I needed a little bag. So what I ended up doing is making the Peacekeeper project bag from By Annie. Super cute, super simple. You guys, this is made with 3 fat quarters. Tell me, who among you does not have fat quarters floating around? They tend to accumulate rather quickly. So I found 3 fat quarters in my stash, and I made up this cute little project bag. It's so cute. And this kind of helped me scratch my quilting itch, because you actually quilt this back one, and I just did kind of rows there and measured them off and just quilted them. Super fun, super quick. You do use mesh and a zipper in this project. But if you've never used those before, this is an excellent one to cut your teeth on, because I had never used mesh or really inserting a zipper very often. I haven't done very many projects like this, and this was very easy. The instructions were great. Now, let me tell you, as you can see up there in that corner, I paid $2.50 for this pattern. I found it at a local quilt shop. I thought, $2.50 for a pattern? That's a good price. So, you know, I'll pick it up. Well, if I would have done some research, I would have discovered that this is a free pattern on By Annie's website. So I'm going to link that below, you guys, and go get you this pattern. It is an excellent pattern, fun, and it gives you a neat little project bag with a cute little handle and a zipper, and you're all ready to go. So I did use the By Annie mesh in this project, but this one calls for a 24-inch zipper. And By Annie sells the accessories for her bags, but I just didn't have the forethought to buy a zipper when I bought this pattern from that quilt store, and so I didn't have a zipper. Well, I went to Joann's and picked up a coordinating zipper, 22 inches long, and it worked just fine. Sorry that I didn't support By Annie, but I needed a zipper in a pinch. So the 22-inch zipper from Joann's worked perfectly fine in this pattern. So if you like this one, go pick it up for free. Free. Don't be like me and pay $2.50. So anyway, that was one project that I completed in August. And then the other one that I haven't shared with you guys yet is this little dress. I sewed up this little dress for my daughter. It's got Minnie Mouse all over it. She loves Minnie. This is the Little Lizard King Boon or Bon or something. I will show the pattern name here. I'm not real sure how to pronounce it. Super cute little dress. This is the second time that I've made this little one, this little pattern. Super cute little puff sleeves. I added ribbon on the sleeves and I added it around her belly. And then these little buttons, they're glittery. So cute. It's got a placket here. That's the most difficult part of the entire dress. And then you have a rather deep hem, which is, I think, a cute design feature. So I did 2 rows of stitching there. Super cute. I made that dress for her to wear at her birthday party while we were camping. Alas, the rain came on the day of her party, and I just knew that that dress plus rainy camping situation was not gonna mix. So it's fine. It's a sweet little dress and she can wear it for, oh, church or some other kind of occasion. So it's fine. It looks great on her. So that was what I sewed up in August. I think I've shown you guys in previous Friday sews everything else that I got into August. August was busy, and I guess I would kind of classify it as a slow sewing month for me, but it is what it is. And September is not looking not looking much better. We're away again this weekend, and so I'm not real sure what I'm going to get accomplished. So as far as plans go, I'm sure you have seen by now the at least two amazing challenges that are going on right now in the sewing community across YouTube. The Michelle Sews Again channel has been showing her challenge, Sew Purple to End ALZ. And if you have, any time at all to sew up anything sewing related, please try to get into that challenge. It's for such a worthy cause. And so I have pulled a few fabrics for my daughter. More Minnie and Daisy, and then these purple coordinates. So I'm going to try to fit in a little project for Addie featuring those purple fabrics to support Michelle's challenge. I will try to link Michelle's channel in the description box. I'm not great, guys, at this at this YouTube stuff yet, so I will try to link her channel, but if not, look her up on YouTube. I'm sure you guys are all watching her anyway. She's an amazing person, and this challenge is for a great cause. So that is for the one challenge. And then for the next challenge, Mari Sews is hosting Project Dress a Girl Challenge again. And I think I'm just not gonna, I don't know if I'm going to have time to contribute to that one, because I have committed myself already to sewing to a couple dresses, at least two that I know of, dresses to the Good Samaritan Christmas box that our local quilt shop is doing. So I'm going to be sewing up those 2 dresses. So if you have time, contribute to that challenge as well. Or any kind of charity that you have in your area that does some good for children, especially children in need. All right, so that's as far as my plans are gonna go. Not great. I did make it over to Hobby Lobby. Last week I shared that Hobby Lobby was having 40% off their fabric. Well, when I got there, they actually had 50% off of their fall and Christmas fabric, I think it was. Well, I might have bought a few things. Let me see if I can dig them out here. I'm going to give you a real sneak peek real quick of the fabric that I bought. So lovely, so beautiful. They had some amazingly gorgeous things this time, and I might have picked some out. So I'm not going to show you them today. I'm going to wait and try to do a video pairing them up with what patterns that I want to sew up with those fabrics, and hopefully that video will come out soon for my fall plans, winter plans, whenever I get to it plans. I also, you can kind of see there's more stack of fabric here. I also loaded up on flannels, beautiful flannels. Look at the cow. So cute. I stocked up on those because I've mentioned before that I'm doing a craft fair with my sister in November, and I'm going to be making these cute little bibs. They're 2 pieces of flannel, and they're super cute. They're kind of a shape that fits really well over your shoulder, kind of dips with your neck. So I thought those were a cute design. I found the template online, and then I'm just going to sew those up and try to see if anybody is interested in those at the craft fair. So that's what the giant pile of flannel is for. So I kind of made out like a bandit at Hobby Lobby, so I did pretty good. And I'm looking forward to matching especially my pretty fabric over there with patterns and getting started on those. So today's Friday Sews question from Jen is, what are some of your unconventional sewing tools? So I thought that was a neat question, and I guess I don't have that many, but I did pull a few. So my first one, which is kind of a popular one for a lot of people, are these washers, and I use these for pattern weights. I bought them at my local hardware store, Lowe's, Home Depot, places like that carry them. And they work really, really well. I know they have some really cute pattern weights out there that you can buy on Etsy made of like clay and stuff, but for the price, I could just pick those up and they work really, really well. Also, another unconventional tool that I use is this pin magnet, which is not really made for pins. I found these at Harbor Freight. I don't know if you've ever heard of a Harbor Freight or if you have those in your area. They're kind of like a hardware store. They've got all kinds of hardware kind of things and tools and that kind of stuff. And these little trays, they've got a big magnet on the end. They're made for parts. They're made to, like, you know, catch nuts, bolts, that kind of stuff. But they are excellent for pins. Excellent. I think I have 3 of these sitting around my sewing room. I just keep moving them as they empty. Yep, I have 3 of them. They are really awesome, and they were like $1.49. They're very cheap. So if you have a Harbor Freight or even like a Lowe's, Home Depot around you, look for some magnetic trays. They make excellent pin holders. And then the last tool that I would kind of call unconventional, but yet it's still a sewing tool, is what's on my sewing machine right now. This walking foot is what I would kind of call unconventional, because I started out sewing and using that for only quilting. I just used it in my quilting, but lo and behold, watching videos, tutorials, and how-tos and stuff, that foot is amazing to use with knit fabric. I use it to install all of my neck bands on knit shirts. I use it to construct, if I'm constructing the knits not on my serger, I will use that walking foot. It's on there right now because I did my my little girl's PJs. The last thing that I sewed was those little PJs, and I hemmed them with that walking foot. It just holds your fabric better, and it helps it move along without stretching out, which can sometimes be a problem. You get those wavy hems or the wavy seams, and your walking foot will help you with that. So those are my unconventional tools. So that's all the sewing content that I have for you. A little bit about life. I'm setting off again. We're setting off for it's kind of a hard thing to explain. It's kind of like a fair, but it features antique tractors, old steam engines. They do reenactments with an old one-room schoolhouse. We'll have flea markets and craft vendors, and then of course the yummy food. So it's gonna be an amazing weekend. We're taking our camper. We're staying the whole weekend with my family. Next to Christmas, this is my favorite weekend of the year. So I'm not too sad to say goodbye to my sewing room for a few days, but I shall return. And also, I was going to give you guys some information on where I was last weekend. So last weekend we were camping at Brown County State Park in southern Indiana. It's near Nashville, Indiana, which has a darling little town that you can shop at little shops, and then the state park is just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to include a few videos and pictures that I took, and if you're not interested in that kind of thing, that's totally fine. But I kind of wanted to put it in here as something of a scrapbook to myself so that I could remember where I was last weekend. All right, that's going to do it for me this time, you guys. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and let's be friends. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.